Hey everybody, it's Elisa Gret, your H2O home advisor. I'm off today. Yesterday was a hard day, and this morning, for some reason, my family is waking up super early. I think mainly because Ben is probably just going to bed around that time, and he's my youngest is 13, and so we've been getting up early and having breakfast, and I took a nap. So I hope some of you are able to get naps. Some of you also are still working. Obviously, there's a lot of essential workers that need to work. And I want to give a big shout out. My sister-in-law works at a grocery store, and I know how hard that is. And one of my customers, hostesses, decided to get a job at the grocery store checking. And really dramatic, but like in the World War times when, women became nurses and they went out and helped, I kind of got that little proud mama feeling. That is such an amazing thing to do. So I know lots of you have and you're going out there every day, and of course that goes without saying, our nurses and doctors. So big thank you to everybody who is doing their part and not just taking a nap. But I really needed that nap this morning. Today though, I want to talk to you guys about clay kits. So most of you who are on this page have purchased one time or another. So I know sometimes, we get something and we kind of forget and then we move on, and then you're clean. And who knows, maybe now you need out your cupboards and drawers and you're opening stuff up and you're like, oh yeah, this stuff. So hopefully you've been to use it for, because it is our top seller, something that we sell quite often. In the past, you purchased one and you're coming across it. You guys, now this clay out. So I'm going to talk about different things about the clay. First of all, some of you might even have a clay, it's really old, a little sample. Two things. First of all, a little sample container you might have gotten at one time. Gosh, the light's not good. See, it's got a little sponge in there. You come across this and you're like, what is this small little sample I have here? That is our old samples that sometimes we've gotten. Usually it's for people who live out of state, not near me. When it's all over, if you are like, I would love to try a sample and you don't near me, I can send you a curiosity kit that has a sample of our top products. If you live near me and this is all over, we're getting together and I'm hanging out your house and I'm going to show you how to clean your sink. But this is, so you might have one of these around the house. Also, I do want to our clay, since I've been with H2O, I've been with them going on almost 8 years. The packaging used to be brown. So if your line doesn't look like that, it looks a little different, it's okay, it's the same stuff and it's still good. Even though our products have preservatives in it, the clay is literally, it's clay. And that's what, it's like having stuff outside, like dirt, it's not going to, anything can go bad. Especially if you're not cleaning it and maybe you put food away in it. Overall, in general, it's fine. If you ever have a question, just shoot me a message. So I can help you out. Okay, so when you get your clay kit, the new packaging, it's like this. It's got turquoise and very, very pretty. All this is hand drawn. Isn't that beautiful? That's the of our stuff. If you put cleaning products, where can it be that it will show up? Oh, there. How do you have cleaning products dirty? They can be left on the counter. So we have two different cleaning clays. This one is the straight up regular cleaning clay, and then there's a bigger container, and it's scouring clay, and I'll get to that in a minute. So when you get the clay, oh wait, let me go over the benefits. And I'm going to post this too. If I talk too fast and you miss it, it'll kind of say it on there. But the clay can be used pretty much for any hard surface. Your shower doors, your tubs, your sink, or you could use it inside the toilet. To that in a second. And your stainless steel, anything, I'm repeating myself. If you're on here jumping on and you used it for something, please let me know. Silverware, you never have to worry about wearing a mask. That's kind of ironic, but you don't have to wear a mask or gloves when you are using it like you would when other polishing stuff. So you could just use this. Your tennis shoes, the whites of your tennis shoes. Let's see. gutters. I'm going to do pictures in the comments of some before and kind of get an idea of what to use it for. And please comment below, even if you're watching this and let others know what you use it for. So I pretty much use this clay on. So the way it works, when you get it, it comes with the dark purple heavy duty cloth. I talked about all the cloths yesterday, so look for that video. When you open it up, inside is, why is the light so bright? So weird. Inside is a sponge that's kind of rounded on the edges. You can purchase, in the future, extra sponge that will be square, okay? And these are awesome. They're only a couple bucks. So if for some reason you tore yours up, you can do one. Also, sometimes when people are cleaning, maybe they're just have different sponges for different jobs. Like this one's for inside the toilet, this one, whatever. Also, when you open your clay, inside a label. Can you see that? That's one of our logo labels. I've had people go, because you do have a 30-day return policy on all of our products, and I've had people go, I tried using the clay and it didn't work. And I'm like, what, really? The clay is the best. It works on so many things. Come to find out the liner in. So it won't work if you don't pull off that liner. So it's a common mistake. So there's a little piece of paper here and you just pull it back and you have the clay. So I'm going to include a YouTube video I did at a party to show you guys how the products work so you get to really see this in person. But you lightly dampen this sponge, wring it out. You don't need a ton of water. In fact, if you use too much water, it's going to make the clay not as effective. So more is not better. So dampen, wring out. You're going to just put a tiny bit. I really put about only this much with clay. Put a little clay on there, then squeeze, 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 and get it sudsy. And if you're thinking like bacteria, things breaking up, soap, this is a soap. That's actually what breaks things up, breaks up the fattiness, like in the coronavirus and other things. So you want a soap. So this clay itself, it's actually been fired, and so it's very fine. Like when they fire in a kiln, clay, things like that. So this is not going to scratch anything. Okay. Here are a couple little tips though. If you are going to use this on, let's say, your appliances, rewind, freeze. Dampen this, squeeze it out, a little bit of clay, squeeze this out. You're then gonna just clean whatever the heck you're gonna clean, and then you're gonna wipe off the residue with your heavy duty that comes with it. And that'll just help it be flawless. If for some reason this has disappeared, you can't find it, anything just to wipe off the residue, okay? Stephanie said, I use this every week. Tubs, toilets, sinks, counters, goodness sakes, windows. Oh yeah. Okay. So I love this. So let's say you're going to do your appliances, oven, everything like that, totally fine. But if you're going to do your refrigerator, and the front of your refrigerator, maybe it has, usually the cleaning product to you for stainless actually creates a buildup, and it's thick and it just takes away time. Plus, we've all known, your kids, children, grandchildren touch stuff and they just do a hot mess. So in that case, I skip using the sponge. Don't use the sponge on your refrigerator. I have you do directly and just put it a little bit in here. And then I will just direction like this. And then I'm putting the clay directly on the appliance. And then I just another clean side and I'll wipe off the residue. And I've done this at people's houses and it is shocking. Like even the refrigerators or fronts of your dishwasher that you like, it looks clean, it looks really clean. There will be like a square where I wiped it where it's just flawless. So it's gotten rid of that gunk, all those sprays, all the fingerprints. It's just the most beautiful thing. So I'll some pictures below. So that's just a tip though, and the reason for that is a lot of times our appliances that are stainless are not really stainless. Okay, so when you use even though the clay will not scratch, and this is very gentle, sometimes what people do is they feel like I'm cleaning. If I'm gonna clean, wiki, you guys are like, you guys are the best DJs in town, and you guys start doing this and you get all crazy. And you'll notice when you clean your appliances, you'll see scratch. I loosely say scratch marks. It's like if you've ever seen a vintage car and you're walking next to it, you can see those marks where they have waxing like crazy. So just to kind of avoid, because you guys are using too much, just use this directly and wipe it off. Do you guys like my wrapping? Well, wrap, but that was my DJ skills. Okay, so if I'm gonna do the inside of the oven, this is a little bit different. You use the sponge, it will take you a lot longer. And let's be honest, right now, you're not doing anything anyway. So if you have is the clay here and the sponge, go ahead and just oven. Personally, I would do the old-fashioned trick of taking your glass Pyrex dish, put a little water in there, put it inside the oven, turn it on, help the steam kind of help loosen everything up. That's a little trick. But what I like is grab this. This is our scouring sponge. A lot of you probably have this. It's $5, $4, something like that. I have no idea anymore. This is like the old Brillo pad. I love mine though. I think this came out like 4 years ago, and I have never had to purchase my own. I got it for free conference, and it's the same one, and it's lasted all these years. That's what I love about how long our stuff lasts. So when it's in the oven, I dampen this a little bit more than normal, a little bit more, because I want to, this is damaging, okay? And then as the clay, I use a little bit more than normal. And then on the glass doors on the inside of the oven, we go one direction, just kind of let it glide over. And even if your oven is beautiful, clean, sometimes there's those little teeny yellow dots. Personally, I could care less what side of my oven looks like. When this is all over, you guys can all come over to my house. I don't think I've ever the oven entirely, but there's like little spots that are polka dotted where it's clean, where people have come over and I'm like, I'll show you how to clean the oven, and I can show you how. So my oven is prepped for demos. So I have just little spots that I've cleaned it. So if you want to come over and also when this is over, you're more than welcome. Come hang out with me. Or I can also come over to your house too and show you how to do it. If you have this already, do it. You'll love it. Just gently go, and you can get off all those little dots super easy. And you just want to go in one direction, because that way it kind of prevents that, DJ effect. And then I just use the heavy duty to wipe off the residue. If I'm doing inside, like the deep part of the back where you guys have overflowed food, I know not all ovens now, not all of them you can lay down foil, but if you can lay, or if you're cooking a casserole, maybe even put on the next shelf below, protective, that kind of helps with the overflow, just so you don't have to clean. If we can get out of it, that's even better. But doing this trick with the clay, you can be a little more aggressive in that back side. Also, the racks, oh my gosh, it is so cool. Like, I'm just like, and it's like you can lick it. It's so beautiful and clean, and it gets all that brown built up stuff off. If your racks are really bad, and you can soak them first if you really want to. Nobody really cares right now. No one's going to see your oven, but if it makes you feel better and you get to do, that's what you can do. So just to kind of quickly go over, sink, everything else, appliances, all the stuff you're doing, you're just going to wet the sponge, out a little tiny bit of clay, squeeze the suds clean, wipe out with this. If you're going to do your fancy fake stainless appliances, this, apply the clay like this, flip it over to a dry side, and wipe off the residue. If you're going to do inside of an oven or a barbecue, outside barbecue pit, I use this sponge that you have to buy separate, a little more clay, a little bit more water, and then wipe off residue. So that's kind of a quick little thing. If you bought the clay for some reason, did not get one of these, hopefully you all might have our variety cloths, places, paper towels, Windex, pop-up sprays, all that stuff. I talked about this yesterday, so go back and find that video. Okay, if anybody have any question while you're on here live, another product Stephanie mentioned is our scouring clay. So our scouring clay is similar clay itself, but it's in a bigger container. It's a scouring clay. So it's for heavy duty stuff. It's for heavy duty stuff. So things like your outdoor patio furniture, it's the clay, but it's just grittier. It literally grittier. They have not fired it, so it's not. I got and you feel it. So it's great for the out heavy duty stuff. Also, if you have a hard to clean, hard tub, if you have a vintage, that's a nice way of saying it, you just have some old tub and you're not going to replace If you have a vintage tub, the scouring clay is great because you move when you're cleaning. I'm not sure if I'll get around to talking to this product, but some of your shower doors have lime scale, and usually lime scale. It's like a full. I say full, it's like frosty looking, and it's scaly. Scrape it off with your fingernail. That's lime scale, and that's a buildup from residue in your water. We do have scale remover. It's one of our only products that there's kind of a warning on because you can't use it on natural stone. So if you have a beautiful, gorgeous bathroom and it's natural and it was put in with really hard water, if you ever go to put in a new shower have lime scale, don't do natural stone. But that's the only thing you need to be careful of. Is more acidic, and that's why sometimes people lean for more acid in there. Vinegar doesn't do anything, you guys. Really, it's not really made for cleaning. Have a little bit of acid in there, and can be a perk. So for those people, you can use the lime scale remover, and you just do a light mist on the shower door, clean the bathroom, toilet, something else, come back, and then you can clean it, and it will break that out. Obviously, you're not going to probably get that now if you don't already have it, so use the clay. I have an amazing tip on using the clay. It's when you're doing shower doors is use this glove. Now, the glove I'll probably be talking about coming up here in the next couple of days, so I'm not going to go into it, but I have a video and it shows the glove being used with the clay from one of my hosts, and it just is better. So if you are home, want to make cleaning a little bit easier, and you have that glove, you have that clay, go do that. What I really love about our stuff is, don't forget, it is third-party certified all natural. It means it's not just us saying it's fabulous. Certification. Our certifications on the back of there, and I can give you info on that anytime you want. So it's really natural. When you're in the shower, you guys, if you've never used this stuff, like before, chemicals with regular cleaning products are, first of all, it's like this is like a one product. These different jobs. Usually there's like shower cleaner, there's oven cleaner, there's all this stuff, and you have all these bottles, multi-products. And chemicals are so strong, so dangerous that you are on a fan, you're opening the window, you're not letting your kids do the cleaning. With this stuff, while they're little, they don't know cleaning's not fun, okay? Be like, oh, we're gonna take a bath, but first clean the tub, and give it to them. Give it to those kids, let them clean the tub. I used to always hate to be the person that's next to take a shower because I always felt like it was a old sauna. Like you could still smell it for a couple days. It'd be slippery. This is so mild. It has a touch of lemon. Some people can't even smell it. It's so mild that you could be in the shower and doing it. So it's much, it's naked cleaning. It's lots of fun. Tell your husband you want to make it a game. Who cares? You're getting them to clean the shower. So love this. Okay, well, if you have any other questions and you catch this later and you want to pop on the welcome, but the one thing I really want to stress, you need way less clay than way less clay. It's like eating. You can always get more food, hopefully. So don't overuse this. Don't use too much. Use less. You can always go back and add more clay. And when this is all empty, you could use this for other things, save your buttons, whatever, but it's also recyclable. So please don't just throw this in the garbage. But very, very multi-use. Love it. I'm also going to include page from our how-to care guide. I included this yesterday, and I also offered I could send it to you digitally. There's a little instruction on there, and I'm going to put that on there too so you can read it if you're a normal person. All right, you guys, I hope you're doing well, being careful, being safe. In the news today, they're going to do a whole article about how so many people are drinking. When do you know if you have a problem? So please be careful. Try to limit, you guys. Water, get some sleep, take good care of yourselves, be healthy. All right, we're all wishing with this very quickly. Wish you the best. I appreciate you guys getting on here.